everyone, and welcome to this episode of Sidestagewithsoph, the show that takes you behind the safety curtain, behind the scenes, showing you what it really takes to get a show up on its feet. From cuts to costume fittings, sits probe to star rating, and tech to fine-tuning, we will discuss it all here with your host, Soph. We are back with another episode of our Fringe Friday series, a series sharing some of the great shows at this year's Edinburgh Fringe. Today I am talking to Brendon Lemon about his show ADHD, a crowd work comedy. Brendon, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you this morning? Because it is 3 p.m. my time, but 10 a.m. where you are.
That's true. It's actually 9 a.m. where I am because I'm in Austin, Texas right now.
Oh
Believe
gosh.
it or not. Yeah. It is early. But I'm a morning person anyway.
Good.
Also, what did you say from curtains to costume changes? Like it's just here. I caught that and I was like, I need to keep that in the back of my mind. From curtains to costume changes. That was fantastic. Yeah. We're
Um,
here to give it all to you. In your accent, it's so good. By the way, thank you for pronouncing my name correctly. I feel like Brendon Lemon can only properly be pronounced in like an Irish accent.
Brendon is a
Too many.
very Irish name, to be fair.
Yeah, so is Lemon, I think actually. Brendon Lemon, like everybody, nobody in the States pronounces it properly. Are you Brandon? No,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
you're not.
Yeah,
You're
fair.
not.
So to start, in every episode of Side Stage with Soph, I ask all the guests the same question. Obviously, Fringe Fridays won't be different, but it'll just be themed. So what I'm going to ask you is, what is your favourite thing about going to the Edinburgh Fringe?
It is the for a kid who for like a comedian and like a kind of a theater kid, it's like
Mm.
the greatest summer camp you can
Yeah.
ever. You're like, hold on a second. All my favorite people from all over the world, all the clowns I know, all the actors I know, all the comedians I know, all over Europe, Canada, United States, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, the Middle East, even. Asia, anybody from all over the world, they're all going to be in the same city for an entire month, and they all had a whole year to create new shows, and you just get to go watch them and hang out and talk with them, and then go out and grab drinks and get a little drunk, and then like talk about the shows and everything you had going on. It's the best. It's honestly the best.
It is really, it is really a great experience. I've been a
I
few.
think that if heaven exists, it might well be like I'll know I've lived a good life when I get to the pearly gates and St. Peter's like, "Hey, the Fringe just started. Like you got a show.
You're not late.
I'm not late." Yeah. You got a show. We got your housing already handled. We got a great PR for you. All the tickets are already sold. That's how I know I've lived a good life.
So this is a return to the Edinburgh Fringe for you. So what made you or encouraged you to come back?
Yeah, I really, it's funny. So I've done this will be my third Fringe doing a full run, and I did two Fringes previously that were just me doing spots like around. So this will be my
Hmm.
fifth Fringe. And I every time I don't do a show and I'm like, I'll just do spots, I always regret it. I'm always
Mm.
like, I should have just done the whole thing, man. Like it just massively upsets your life. It costs a stupid amount of money that you will never make back. Like
Mm.
it is honestly like the craziest. It is such a insane decision, even as a performer. But I love doing it, and I decided to do. This is a crazy one because I'm doing two shows a day. And this one, I'm doing ADHD, a comedy show, and I'm also doing another show called an American comedy show that quite possibly might be funny to the British.
Oh yes, I saw that
And
on the list as well. Yeah.
yeah, so it's going to be a lot, but I'm doing that because my Irish comedian friend from Kilkenny, Michael Rice, did two shows last year and the year before, and I was like, Screw this, dude. I can't let this guy."
You're going all
So
that
now
way,
I got
like
to
you
do
may
it.
as well.
Yeah. So I'm doing two, and yeah, I mean, it's been a lot. It's been a lot of work. We'll see what happens.
Um, so we are going to chat about your the show that we came on today for. So that's ADHD
Sure.
Crowdwork Comedy, which is an improvised stand-up set. It's completely unscripted and includes banter with the audience, and they rate the show with you. Is that
Yeah,
correct? Yep.
that's correct.
Correct.
Yeah.
So how or why? How did you come up with the concept for this show?
So I loved, I love I really love. Have you ever seen Rory Scovel try his stand up for the first time?
No.
The comedy special. Rory Scovel's a comedian from the States, and he did this comedy special where he literally just got up and just improvised the entire thing, and it was hilarious. Like it was really
Hmm.
really well done. And I thought, I would really enjoy doing this. I feel like getting connected with the crowd, high energy, not a very long show. The show is only
Yeah.
like 30 to 40 minutes, like depending on how it goes. Could even be shorter, I suppose, if the crowd really hates it.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, guys. It's been 10 minutes. You can go.
Yeah.
Like, but it's been fun to do lots of crowd work. And then I've been a stand-up and an improviser for a long time. I started improv when I was 14. I did it for 14 years. I
Wow.
started doing stand-up when I was 16. That was 24 years ago, which is crazy to think about. And in the last few years, I've started to do a lot more clown. I went to Gaulier and started doing a lot more clown
Mm.
stuff, which is really terrifying. And the biggest thing that clown has done to change my stage performance has been connecting with the audience and
Yeah.
really trying to stay in complicité with the audience and let them lead the show.
Hmm.
Um, that's kind of the thing about clown that I think is the most impressive to me is that in stand up, the comedian is leading the show. Like the comedian, at least in the American conception, is like, I'm taking you where I want you to
Yeah.
go. And
Yeah.
you are laughing at all these things because I've tried them out and I've figured out what's funny and I know what's going to work in front of different audiences. But with clown, it's like you are jumping out of an airplane and assembling the parachute on the way down. And if it's a real clown, the parachute, you open up the bag and
Yeah.
all your lunch comes out or something. Like it's clown is just a total. It's reveling in the failure and the flop and the fact that it isn't working. So what I wanted, so with that endorsement, I'm trying to. I feel like I just said I'm trying to bring a show that isn't working to the Fringe, but I want to bring a show and that is high energy and that is fun and it meets the audience where they're at and that's where it's going to do. And partially, and I have to admit this, it's kind of just supposed to be a clip factory also. I think I'm just going to have a lot of cameras up
So
and we're
fair.
going to the whole thing and who knows what we're going to capture. It's hopefully it's going to be lightning in a bottle.
So as we say, there is no script. Do you have any start point, or do you just pick someone out in the crowd and just go, let's start? Or do you have any bones at all of where to start? Like when you walk in?
Yeah, this is a good question. I typically start if I'm doing crowd work stuff, I will start with talking about like my day or things that I have had
Okay.
going on. Or I'll start with something that is, I think that comedy, really performance in general, is about creating a tribe. You're creating a
Hmm.
community that
Yeah.
exists for the during the time of the show. And so you're
Yeah.
trying to create a tribe, and the best way to do that is to try to have everybody in the tribe connect on something that is they can all relate to. So like the weather is a good way to do that. Something
Yeah.
that happened in the venue is a good way to do that. You know, trying to be real. A lot of comedians do that by trying to be relatable by talking about themselves. So, well, like here's something you could relate to that is also true about me.
Yes.
And it's a good way to start the show, but it could be very abstract. I mean, a lot of clowns starts shows in very bizarre ways, and that could happen. I
Mm.
don't. We'll see. We'll see how I feel that day. I mean, people could walk out of that show going like, "That's the most rubbish, insane thing I think I've seen at the French." And then I have a feeling though that a lot of people will be walking out going like, "I don't know what that was, but it was hilarious. I've been
Yes.
laughing. I feel like I don't know what." Hopefully it leads to a lot of moments like that and where people are I think the thing I think I love about clown partially is that it does when it'll hit moments that you're like I do not understand why I'm laughing this hard but like something absolutely hilarious is happening.
I have to say that I feel like I've never heard the word clown in this context, but I think we forget that a clown is basically just someone who makes people laugh. Like you think clown, you think red nose, white face, like
Yeah.
balloons and stuff. And yeah, no, it's sometimes it's nice to like really go back to its center, and it's just someone standing in a room making people laugh.
Well,
Um,
I'm glad you said that because first of all, I'll be the first to acknowledge that talking about clown anywhere at any time in any context sounds absolutely insane. Like you can't like it's so funny to me. Like I would tell people like, yeah, I just got back from clown school recently, and they'd be like, What? Like I'm a single man. I was a single man in New York going on in his 30s, in his late 30s, going on dates, being like, women would be like, well, what have you, yeah, like, what was your summer like? And I'm like, well, I went to clown school. And they'd be like, LOL, so funny. And I'm like, no, I really did.
Yeah.
Like that actually really happened. And they're like, so what are you like a birthday clown? And I'm like, no, I mean,
No.
unless you want me to be. Um, I I basically, yeah, it's exactly that. Gaulier would say that a clown is the definition of a clown is you are making people laugh. Everything you
Mhm.
do is to make somebody laugh. That's
Yeah.
it. That's the whole thing. If you're that, you're a clown. If you're not doing that, you're not a clown.
Yeah.
Like
Fair.
simple.
The whole show, as we said, is audience prompted. I have to admit, as someone, I'm not a big fan of audience interaction like that. But so, what would you say to people like me? Although saying, listen to this now, I would see it. But what would you say to others like me to try and sway them, like to, try and leave what they already think behind and just come in and watch?
Yeah, just stop being such a freaking, just stop being such a scaredy cat, okay?
Yeah.
Like get over yourself.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Uh, yeah, I mean, I think that there's a lot of people for whom they think that they're going to be the butt of the joke or they don't like the attention on them or something like
Mm,
that. I don't know. I think it's supposed to be, um, the thing about clown is, and I think the thing that I'd like to engender in this show is like it's basically it's stand-up comedy, crowd work stand-up comedy, but with like the huge clown influence in it.
mm,
And the thing that I hope comes across is that it's positive, and I certainly don't want anybody to feel put on the spot in a bad way. But it could go a lot of ways. I could see
yeah.
at some point me being like, get up out of your seat and like get on the stage or like whatever. Who knows? I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
but I'm sure that at some point we're gonna risk probably some person being like, I really did not like this because it felt unplanned and totally off the rails and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, that's
Well,
maybe it's not maybe
it's in the show description, so I
yeah,
mean, you
yeah,
should expect it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. If somebody
Have,
comes in going, I thought this was going to be a lecture on ADHD, the condition. Like, no, no, this is not a lecture on ADHD, the condition. This is someone who had severe ADHD as a condition.
um, how do you keep the roasting, say, light and playful? Like, where do you have like a line in your head, or would you say it's more audience kind of dependent, like reading the room kind of
Yeah,
thing?
you kind of got to read the room. But I don't really want to, you said roasting. Yeah, I don't really want to roast the audience. Like, I don't really think, I mean, some of it might be some of that, but I would prefer the audience roast me in the show.
Okay.
The thing, it's funny because now this episode has become a referendum on clowning, but I I really did, it's funny because I did stand-up comedy for like 22 years before I went to clown school. And one of the things that was very difficult for me was that in stand up, at least the way that I was doing it, in stand up comedy, it was kind of more about my ego. Like it was more
Okay.
about like and I was funny. Like I, have had a success in stand up comedy. Like I've got a great online special people can go check out called Brendon Lemon is Unbookable that came out many years ago. But like I've done stand up a lot. I've done it all over the place. I get laughs. I know how to be funny on stage. But it was also always about like, hey, I'm funny. This is about like
Yes.
I'm doing things that are funny and you're agreeing with them. But it isn't about me being, dumb or something. It's about some other thing being dumb. And I'm pointing that out to you.
Yes.
So in a weird way, like you are the leader, but in clown, the audience is the leader,
Mm-hmm.
um, and you're an idiot. Like you as the clown are a stupid idiot. Like, and it is not like, hey guys, I'm really cool because I'm pointing stuff out. Like the clown is a moron. The clown is an idiot. They are laughing at you. They're not laughing at something that you said and something that you did that they thought was cool. They are laughing at you. You are the butt of the joke, and you have to accept that. That was really difficult for me to accept. So what I would prefer, so partially, this is an exercise in me continuing to to practice that.
Hmm.
And what I would prefer, what I hope happens is that people come into the show and like maybe there's a little bit of making fun of people in the crowd, but in a positive, in like in a way that hopefully we both understand, like we're kind of in this together. I don't really
Yeah,
mean it,
yeah,
but the
yeah.
laughs should be on me. Like
Okay.
it should be that I am the one I should be afraid every show that I'm going to walk out with a damaged ego.
Um, so we have now reached our this or that kind of section. These can be as fast paced, quick fire, or slow as you like, and
Sure.
they are fringe themed to the best of my ability.
All right, here we
So
go.
the first one is flyering or no flyering.
Oh, I'm flying, baby. I'm flying all day long. I'm a professional flyer.
Yeah.
I am. Listen to me. I'm an American loudmouth who has no problem walking up to people and being like, "You should see the show. Here's why you should see it." And I'll say nonsense. I'll say all kinds of crazy nonsense on the street. I'll be like, I've told people last year or in 2022, the last time I did a full run, I told somebody on the show when we were on the street, I was like, "Come see." The show was called Work, which was all about work. It was W umlaut RK work. And it was just all about work life. And it was all about work life balance. And I was like, come see the show. It's the only show that you're guaranteed to get laid. Like I just say nonsense. I'd be like, like the Queen hate, or what did I say? The Tories hate it. Like, come see the
Oh,
show that
good. That's a
Tories
good one.
hate. Like, yeah, exactly. It was just nonsense. And then but I'm an American, so people would be like, wait, hold on a second. Americans talking about Tories? Like,
Yeah.
what's going on? I was like, see the show that Donald Trump tweeted was, so terrible, the most terrible. Like I just nonsense like that. I just love doing that. So in another lifetime, I would have been a town crier, walking through the middle of town yelling about stuff.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Hear ye, hear ye.
The modern day,
ADHD, the comedy show is taking place tonight.
the modern day Samuel Seabury, eh?
Yeah. I
Um,
don't know who that is, but I'm sure that reference is very good.
have you ever seen Hamilton?
Oh boy, yeah, no, that guy. Yeah.
You know, he's like that. My name is Samuel Seabury. That one. It's
Yeah,
quite
that
near
guy.
the start. So are you someone who will see one other show a day or cram it all in?
I will try to see. I'm really worried about this year because I've got two shows going on, but
Hmm.
I will try to see one to sometimes even two shows a day,
Yeah,
because I love seeing other people's work.
fair, fair. Are you someone who likes the hustle and bustle of the Royal Mile or would prefer to go like up Arthur's Seat for a bit more peace?
Oh boy. You know what's funny? I love them both. I think as I get older, I prefer to get the hell out of the Royal Mile.
It is,
Like
it can be a lot. It can be a lot.
you do it for a while and then you're like, I need a shower and like I need to go. And I feel like I just want to go. Sometimes like I just want to go stare in a corner and like
Mm,
not talk to anybody. Because the
yeah.
Royal Mile in August is
It's quite over.
insane.
It's
Insane.
there's so much going on.
It's too
Um,
much for me and I have ADHD.
yeah. Um, do you prefer bagpipes or like other street performers?
So I am a bagpiper actually.
Are you?
I am. Yeah.
Love it.
I am. So we were talking before you recorded. My dad's side of the family is Irish and Native American, but I mean Irish again from like 150 years ago. But my mom's side is Scottish and Cornish. So
Right.
my family, we grew up wearing kilts to different events and listening to bagpipes, like kilted weddings. We go to Burns
Hmm.
nights. We would all of this kind of thing. We had relatives still back in Scotland and in England. And so I actually play bagpipes. So I actually really like hearing bagpipes.
Yeah,
I
good.
think I think that quite a lot of people don't like them, which I also appreciate because but I do like them. And the street performers, I think, quite frankly, are more annoying. So
They get up all in your face sometimes. It can be just a bit much.
yeah, the bagpipes might be imposing because they're loud and they're happening and you can't get away from them. But no bagpiper walks up and tries to get you to play the bagpipes with
Oh
them, like
no.
on the street.
Yeah.
And street performers
No.
do that all the time in
Yeah.
in Edinburgh. I also, I think, to be perfectly honest, the street performance thing is a very European thing as well. Like in America, there are street performers in America, but they are just very much not the same. Like it's unless you're literally in like New York
Mm,
or very specific parts of like Las Vegas or Miami or San Francisco or LA, you would just never see a street performer. And they would not get a huge group of people. Like some like these street performers start up in Edinburgh and they get like there's like 100 people watching them. And I'm like, this would just never happen in the United States. People would be like, we don't want anything to do with this. And then they would just like walk away. Their sensibilities are just way too different.
and the last this or that is, are you getting sweet or savory food at any food stall? You know, sometimes,
Savory,
yeah,
savory. Because
I
quite
love the
frankly,
treats.
Sophie, frankly, Sophie, I'm sweet enough. Okay.
Uh, well, your name is Brendon Lemon, so you need to
Even
even them
them
out
out.
there.
Yeah,
This is actually the end of the questions that I have set out for today.
for
For
sure.
for anyone who wants, for anyone who's going to watch Brendon at the Fringe, ADHD Credit Work Comedy is going to be at 8590s at Laughing Horse at City Cafe at 6:10. Every day the Fringe, nearly every day the Fringe.
Every day. Yeah, it's nearly every day. I have one day off. I think on the 8th.
Yeah,
So
something like that. I had that written down somewhere, but this desk is a mess.
you're good. You
Um,
got it.
do you want to say where the other show is going to be on, if you know it off the top of your head?
For sure. Yeah, I do. It's gonna be at 9:30 p.m. at just the wee one over in just the tonic at the Caves up
Okay.
Idry Street. So it's a little bit back there. There's a cool little bar in there though, and I'm really stoked about that show as well. That is not a just to be clear, that is not a crowd work show. That is a
Okay.
lots of it's called an American comedy show that quite possibly might be funny to the British and maybe the Irish also, but
Yeah.
it's all about making fun of America. I think making fun of Americans, American culture, American politics. I grew up, like I said, in like basically a British family in America, so it was strange to be like a white person who grew up in a land of white people that didn't feel like I totally
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
It's not like I didn't belong. I definitely belonged, but it was strange to be from a family that was like, yeah, like we weren't like grandma just got here like like a few decades ago. Like it's not, we don't have like these deep roots like on this side of
Yeah.
the family. So it was odd to grow up, in an American culture with like a British culture family for a whole bunch of
Hmm.
reasons. So then that show is Jokes. That's a stand-up comedy show that is like a very British jokey joke style show. So I have high hopes for that one as well. And come out and see both. Why not?
Yeah. Of course. And there's time for food in between. Brendon, thank you so much for joining me, and thank you all for watching. And I will catch you the next time on Side Stage with Soph. Bye.
Thanks, Sophie. Take care.